Well, hello, my radio aficionados. In this video, I want to touch on, as one sees here, there are three Atwater Kent 3-tube TA islands. But there are quite a few differences in these TA islands, and I've just recently learned this. It, and so I thought I'd share just some of the differences, and hopefully you find it of interest as well. Um, This is the earliest three-tube TA island. I guess this would be the second type of TA island, and this would be the third and probably the last variant. But there were even small differences even amongst these. Um, the first real notably difference, as I'll turn this around, notice on the back side of the TA island, one has three connections here, three thumb nuts, a single thumb nut, and your speaker connections. So essentially, three connections here and three connections here. Whereas on this early variant, one sees we have four connections on each side. And the difference with that is because this jumper or this connection one sees here, this particular two thumb nuts, all this essentially does is this jumper connects the output of your the primary side of your audio transformer to your plate voltage, plate connection within the tube. This disconnects the plate voltage from that tube and interrupts it. Reason AK did that was this allowed one to disconnect these thumb nuts and connect a regen coil in here and turn this TA island to regenerative. A couldn't do that from the factory because of the patent requirements. He was unable to do so. But like I say, that's the first one. Here's the second one. Notice there's a lot of similarities, but some differences nonetheless. Here's our four connections and four connections. But notice instead of thumb screws, Mr. Kent put these binding posts in for whatever reason. Don't know what his reasoning was, but that's just one of the differences. And there are differences on the inside as well, electrically, and I certainly won't go into that. But the great late Lee Bassett did a paper on it recently here, and I'll see if I could find it, and I'll link it to my posting. But obviously, the paint is different. I want to touch on that. Here's, on some variants, he had black crinkle paint, and here's our green paint. But as of notice these are two different shades of green. Now, I will say I had this paint professionally paint matched from what was on the underside of the can, so it is as close as to original as one could humanly get. But notice they are quite different. This is a much darker kind of a green. This is almost borderline kind of a lime green kind of color. But those are original AK greens. So as of interest, a note of interest, there was appears to be no standard AK green for these AK tube islands. So anyway, there's three of the islands with some differences thereabout. Just thought I'd share, and hope you found it of interest. I'm sure you AK guys might. But thank you so much. Appreciate y'all watching. And of course, as always, until next time.